If I'm in a poker game and I've got a pair of aces, I'm happy to go all in. That's the type of hand I want representing myself when I put all my chips in the middle. I'm not trying to win the pot with a 2-7. Like, I'm not. I want to be well represented. I want to be in the best position possible. When you're searching for a partner, you want to keep moving forward with a partner that loves you, that adores you, that is happy, that is easy, that makes you better. Not somebody that's like, oh, I'm not interested and I'm ghosting you. Oh, let's get that guy. No, keep going and go find a real good, positive partner.
Welcome to You're Allowed to Hate Your Husband, a modern day love story. I am Remi Stern. I'm a relationship coach, and we are going to talk all things relationships, from being single to dating to being engaged, married. Who you marry is the most important decision you will ever make.
If you're looking for a wife, which is a beautiful thing to do, the best thing to do is to choose wisely.
If you're thinking, what am I doing wrong? Everybody else has it right. Then you are in the right place, because trust me, nobody knows what they're doing. I'm so excited. Please hop right in, listen to this episode, listen to this series, and we are so excited that you are joining us here. I am so excited for you guys to listen to this episode. It is the third Ask the Guy, and Jonathan gives the best advice on really teaching you how to elevate yourself and feel like your absolute best self so you can receive what is meant for you in your life. And it works for any stage in your life, and to be as joyful and happy as possible, because that really shows on your outside. You know, he really has this theme of your inner world being your outer world, and how to make that so you see in your life what you want to see and what you want to receive. So at any stage in your life that you're in, hop into this episode. It is such a good one, and I cannot wait for you to get all of the goodness out of it. Enjoy. Welcome back to Ask the Guy, part 3. This has been such a fun little journey, hasn't it been, my love?
I don't know why we're stuck just the two of us here, even though I love you so much. We should have a party. We should have Ask the Audience. We should have this like live.
You know what? We should. It's actually a thing. People started doing podcasts live, and it's like a really big thing. So should we do it? Everyone, let us know if we should do it. So the first question is, why would a guy ghost after 2 months, 8 great dates, and he seemed very interested in me?
Let me change the street for a second. If you want to stick something on the wall, you need glue, right? Let's not get into the other details of the other options, but you need glue to stick something on the wall. In a relationship, that glue is love. That glue is commitment. And you might have had 8 great dates. I believe you. It could have been a lot of fun. But he didn't have that glue. Why he didn't have it, I don't know. Everybody's different. There's a million different people out there. But he wasn't ready to commit. He wasn't willing to commit. It wasn't the right time for him to commit. I don't know. But if you want to move to the next level, my biggest piece of advice is find somebody that adores you, and find somebody that is ready and willing to commit forever. That's the one non-negotiable part of what I hope for my daughter when she grows up. Is I'm going to need her future mate that she introduces me to adore her unequivocally and be ready, willing, and happy to spend the rest of his life with her. So you need that. You need adoration. You need love. You need that glue. For some odd reason, this guy didn't have it. Sucks. Okay. But go find somebody that has that glue.
Beautiful. I love it. I always say that you don't want anything that doesn't want you back. So if it doesn't want you back, let it go. Like, it
sucks, but let it go.
Yeah. Like, you can be upset about it. It's fine. That's part of life. But it wasn't meant to be. The glue wasn't there. Go find somebody that admires you.
That has a glue stick.
Yes. Find the glue stick. Okay. I love it. Next up. Do guys just don't answer on Instagram private message if they are in a relationship.
A guy's in a relationship.
Oh, wait, there's a follow-up. Okay. If a guy's in a relationship, I guess, does he not answer on Instagram? After sending an opener versus replying back and saying thanks, but I have a girlfriend. So like, I guess someone sent an opener, but
Yeah.
they didn't hear back from the guy. Do we think that means he has a girlfriend, or do we think he's not interested?
Hold on. What the hell is going on here? If the guy is in a relationship and he goes, thank you so much, but I'm in a relationship, that's the end of the question.
But he
That's the end
didn't
of the
say that.
answer.
He just didn't answer.
He just didn't answer. So what's this whole relationship thing?
I don't know.
If a guy doesn't answer on Instagram, again, he's not, the glue ain't coming out. So what are you going to do? You can get creative, you can convince, but like 9 out of 10 successful relationships start from two people that, their cohesion is present on date one, and it just simply grows and grows and grows.
Yes, I think that one of the issues in the dating world is that we're trying to kind of win the game. And so we want the guy to like us. Like and I'm sure guys do this too, where they want to feel good at, like, women and men might want to feel good about themselves. So if the person likes them, then they feel good about themselves. But that's not what you're looking for. You're looking for a relationship with the proper glue.
Yeah.
Correct?
Maybe he's in a relationship, maybe he's busy at work, whatever the reasons are, doesn't matter. Go to the next.
You're not trying to win. You're trying to find the glue. Yes. So if you don't have it, go to the next. So now I have an interesting thought. I think that maybe this person's saying that they are the one who's in the relationship with the guy, and some girl opened up the conversation on Instagram. Like maybe they checked the guy's Instagram and they see, is it bad if the guy doesn't respond saying, I have a girlfriend, just doesn't answer?
No, if a girl hits on me through an Instagram message, which has not happened in 5 years, and I'm very sad about that. But
I understand that, actually.
If a girl hits on me and I just do not respond,
that's a good sign.
That's a good sign.
Okay.
I don't have to respond saying, excuse me, but never, ever reach out to me again. I am the happiest married man in the world. And, I'm blocking you. No. If you don't respond, I have no time to waste. If I see something like that, I'm either blocking, deleting, or not responding, depending on whether I think it's a virus, or this, or that.
Okay.
But I never respond saying I am married. Like, I don't respond ever.
Oh my God. If a girl like hearted something of yours and you were like, I'm married. I feel like it sounds so funny.
You're like, I'm breaking up with you. I'm married, man. I'm breaking up with you. Don't text me again. I'm not interested. No.
Oh my God, that's really funny. I don't know why I find it so funny. Okay, so the next person wants to know, how did Jonathan land such an amazing girl like yourself? Can you please tell everybody?
Blessed. I'm blessed.
You're blessed?
I'm blessed.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Yes.
I had a good, I have a good personality. I, of course, attracted you, but I got lucky and I am blessed. I also prayed.
Yeah,
I prayed. I had faith. So it wasn't just me courting you, it was me and the main man above. So I had a team. I had an organization trying to land you.
Looking for me?
I got very lucky.
How fun is that? That's the other thing, is in dating and in marriage, it's really not between you and finding a person. And this is something that's changed my life. There is a third person in the equation, which is the universe, Hashem, whichever word you want to use for it. So if this guy's not answering, it's not about the guy. It's not about you. It's if the guy ghosts, it sucks, but it's not about the guy. Like, the parts are also being shifted and nudged and moved to get you to the right person for you.
You have to trust the process and just keep moving forward. Have respect for yourself, and that's it. Don't crush yourself of, oh, he's married, but he could have been the perfect husband. I want him. Or he's not interested, but I could see myself having the perfect life with him. Like, no, trust the process. If I'm in a poker game and I've got a pair of aces, I'm happy to go all in. That's the type of hand I want representing myself when I put all my chips in the middle. I'm not trying to win the pot with a 2-7. Like, I'm not. I want to be well represented. I want to be in the best position possible. When you're searching for a partner, you want to keep moving forward with a partner that loves you, that adores you, that is happy, that is easy, that makes you better. Not somebody that's like, oh, I'm not interested and I'm ghosting you. Oh, let's get that guy. No, keep going and go find a real good, positive partner.
I love that. So why are we even trying to go after the thing that isn't meant for us? Like stay strong, trust, and you dated a lot of girls.
I dated girls in Indonesia, Brazil, LA, New York. I didn't have the answers, and nobody does until you meet the right
one.
the right
Yeah.
girl, the right everything. So,
And if you want to know how I got
so there's
so
no
lucky,
answer. It's not like this is exactly what you need to do. Everybody's got to be creative. Everybody's got to follow their own heart and listen to themselves. You got to have also respect for yourself. Just keep trying to do the right thing. Don't waste time, and you'll get there. But nobody has the playbook. You know,
Yeah.
I would say, listen, long distance. I've been there. I've done that. I've wasted my time. Don't do that. You know, like I was dating a girl from Israel. She didn't speak any English. What the hell was I doing? I have no idea, but she was very attractive. I was very young. I wasn't a genius. So I pursued it, you know, and a lot of guys probably have done the same sort of things. And it probably amounted to nothing. But then other people are in long distance relationships and they end up getting married. So
there's no secret.
there's no perfect playbook. Everybody's different. Every situation is different. So
yeah. But how did I get so lucky? Honestly, I did the work on myself and I started doing the work and I started feeling really good. And whatever I put out there came back to me. So when I was putting out there a low frequency, I was getting low frequency back. And when I put out there the high frequency, it's easy. So if you're going for something and you're receiving low frequency, like being ghosted, unfortunately, and dates that maybe you don't like, check in with yourself and see where your personal frequency is at. And if you're at a lower one, you said this on a podcast where it's like if you want a happy guy and you have this list of like a outgoing, ambitious, like works out this type of guy, and you're not getting it, look at yourself and be like, am I the happiest version of myself? Am I working out? Am I doing these things? So I got so lucky because I raised my frequency and my vibration and I met somebody who's at a very high frequency and very high vibration. Thank God. Right?
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's our answers. Trust God and do the work on yourself.
If I were to have gone on a date with a grumpy, sad, lost person, like you're not setting yourself up for success. You want to find your happiness. You want to find your strength. You want to embrace it. And then you want to trust the process and keep moving forward. And you're just going to get win after win after win. And even the losses are wins because you're getting only closer to your victory, your final victory.
Yeah.
So,
and if you know it's your
be happy, be strong.
If you know it's your last hurrah being single, which at any day it can be, then you might as well enjoy it. Like, not to say this is a bad thing at all with marriage, but like, God willing, we're never going to experience like a first date jitters anymore. You know, like there's beauty that opens up when you get married and there's complete new things. But like you're never going to get that first date jitters. You're never going to get like ghosted again. Like there's almost something like fun about that last hurrah being single. So like you said, like enjoy the intricacies of it, the craziness of it. Okay, next up. Are you believing in zodiac signs? I don't think you even know what that means.
Me? No.
You don't?
Me? No. But I'm not saying zodiacs are wrong. I'm not saying I disagree with them. I've never spent time on the signs. I trust my God. I trust my heart, my soul, and I focus on that.
Ironically, zodiac is from Judaism because we live by the lunar calendar and it's from that.
Well, this planet, gravity, the sky, the clouds, the rain, which I love.
You love the rain.
I know there's so many complex, amazing miracles on a second by second basis surrounding us that I would never discount anybody's hobby, belief, interest, or study. Me, I don't do the signs, but I'm not saying anything bad about it.
Okay. My sign is that, tell me if you think I'm right.
What is your sign?
I'm a Cancer, and we are emotional beings. Am I emotional?
Yeah.
Sometimes yes, sometimes no.
Everybody is.
They also say that we're homebodies. So that's Cancer.
You're a homebody?
I know.
You got your suitcase at the door for your next vacation. You don't
I
even have anything
know. It
booked.
really helps me. Like I'm back a new person. I feel
Of
better.
course, traveling nowadays is so easy and pleasurable that of course we all love to travel.
Yeah. And then you as a Libra, my friend,
Yeah, what am I?
are, which I don't think you're a Libra.
Phenomenal basketball player?
No, you're like a diplomat. Like you like peace in a house. This is what they say. They say Libra personality. You guys like peace.
I just don't like labeling myself. I like to fly like
I
a
agree.
bird. I like to be free.
I agree.
I don't believe in
Diplomat.
Democrat or Republican. I think that like you should be able to free to have, you know, your own opinions on a million things.
I agree.
And I
It
don't
says
like
you're a
labeling.
diplomat, you're charming and social and balance and harmony.
You know, one time I opened the paper and I looked at my what is it called?
It was the horoscope.
Horoscope. And I was like, okay, that's pretty good. And then I said, you know what? I'm just going to read that one and pretend that's me and see if it's me. And I was like, oh, that's pretty good too. And then I was like, that's really me too. Shit, that guy's right. I read all 12, 11 out of 12 hit.
Okay, but this is me. This one's me with the Cancer.
Whatever.
I'm sentimental and I'm moody.
I focused on sport, girls, work. I didn't read the signs.
Oh my God.
I'm not perfect.
Okay, so we're zodiac, no, for Jonathan Stern. Let's say 7.
But I respect it. And it could be right, could be wrong. I have no idea. I've just never explored it.
Yeah, just not so much your thing. I like it. It's not like, I don't know, I'm not so into the astrology stuff, ironically. Sure. I really believe in life coaching and doing your energy healing work and visualization and mindfulness work and working out.
Bravo.
And getting outside. Let's say 7 years into marriage. Do you care about her looks? I hear no. I think that's impossible for men.
I think yes.
You still care about looks?
Of course I care about your looks. You're gorgeous.
Thank you.
And you're radiant.
Thank
you. Of course I love that about you.
What happens when like wife is pregnant and fat and that happens? What happens when husband
Well,
gets
if the love is there, if the glue is there, if the commitment is there, you know that's part of the game and you embrace it. When you're pregnant, I'm not thinking about, you know, a shallow category. I'm thinking about that you're carrying our prince or princess. So I embrace it and I love it. I think that maybe I should also add to this answer, even though I think looks are very, very important, and keeping your looks and protecting them and improving them are smart things to do. But I think more importantly, or as important, of course, values, principles, being a giver in the relationship. These are more important. You want to marry the mother to your kids. You want to marry somebody that's a happy energy. That's not that's got the right values, the right principles, not only for the household, but for your future family. So, I mean, that's much, much more important than whether you're 120 pounds or 128 pounds or whatever.
Yeah. So you don't want to just like marry arm candy. It's about the values, but looks matter. And actually, if you're going to ask the girl, because I keep giving my opinion, but on the men's side, like women to men, it does matter. Like, I think attraction in marriage is very important, and you love the person for who they are, and you kind of like don't even notice. Honestly, I don't like you. I see you every single day, so I love you. You're very handsome, and you look the same more or less every single day. But if you were to gain a lot of weight and to let yourself go so much, like I think you would be less attracted to yourself, and that would make like your spouse be less attractive. So for me, like I do care about my workouts and my looks and stuff like this for myself. If I ever feel not great, I'm not as good of a person. So like, I think for marriage, it actually is really good to feel and look like your best version of yourself. If you're 70, 80 years old and you're glowing as a 70, 80-year-old with all of those beautiful smile lines and all of that, like that's so beautiful too.
Right. And when you're married, God willing, and 80 years old, and you look back at the pictures of when you were 25 and you're just got married, of course, you're not going to be as hot at 80 than you were at 25. So the looks do change into a less hot category. But, nobody looks at their 80-year-old wife with anything other than adoration, love, and happiness.
Yeah. And like the beauty is still fully there. Yeah. I love that. But take care of yourself for yourself and for the marriage. And
you could try new games. and you could try. I know I'm not allowed to talk about that.
You talk about whatever you want. Your mama listens to
You're
this.
gonna edit this out. I know you're
No,
gonna
I'm
edit it
not.
out.
No, I'm not, Tristan. Do not edit it out.
Come up with new marital date activities
Yes.
that
yes.
are
Keep the spark as
cool
much as
and
you can.
in the nude.
Yes.
And in the nude. Nope.
We're all working on that. It's going well. Okay. Is there a legit brain blockage to not throwing your socks in the laundry hamper? I think I need to answer this one. More or less,
Yeah, please.
is there a brain blockage for the person who is not neat? And I'm going to say yes. And there's
I
always
think
one.
you should just throw his socks in the toilet. Then throw it in the bathtub, throw it in the toilet, or I'm good. You know how like I take a bucket for my daughter's toys that are scattered because she doesn't clean up, of course. I'm gonna take a bucket of all your junk that just like
Actually, a really
it's
good
just
idea.
around the house. And instead of being like, honey, what are you gonna do with this, and this? Like I'm your assistant, I'm just gonna throw it all in a bucket. Your mail, your
that's
garbage, everything.
I think
I'm
it's
just
a
gonna throw it all in one
really,
bucket.
I think it's a really good idea because there is a brain blockage. Like I don't see it.
Right. Guys are messy. My wife is messy.
I don't see the mess.
I'm a neat freak. The person who asked this question is a neat freak. Just make a bucket and just put all their stuff in a bucket. The more crap the messier they are, get a bigger bucket.
This is bad PR for me. I'm not that messy.
No, you're not.
I'm just like a little disorganized and I'm living my life. And
I'm just a super neat freak.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, where are the single eligible guys in late 30s and early 40s hanging out? This person lives in Chicago, but in general, like where do you find good 30s and 40s single people hanging out?
I think the times have changed. The venues have changed. So
Yes.
I think a lot of these members clubs are filled with like obnoxious schmucketa pancakes, but you'll find winners there too. Charity events, I couldn't tell you. I went to like 2 charity events a year 10 years ago. Now I'm at like 10 or 20. That's a good place. Going to a member's place, going to intelligent gatherings and looking at the room and saying, is this the type of room? The room's not going to change that much. So is this the type of room where I'm going to keep finding winners? If so, hang around, keep coming back. If not, well, at least we had a nice slice of pizza and we moved to the next venue. Just keep surrounding yourself with the right venues where you're just like, oh, that's the type of place.
I also think it's very good. And just like think about what you want your partner to do, like the activities you want them to do.
Yeah.
We talked about this. If it's tennis,
Yeah.
if it's golfing, if it's skiing, if it's surfing, like whatever your activity is, go do that because you're going to find someone who also likes it.
Yeah.
Also, I think seeing dating sometimes as networking. So like even if you go to that room and you feel connected to the type of person in that room, like you're like, this feels good, but you don't find your husband or wife in that room, start like quote unquote networking with the people and being like, oh yeah, I'm single if you know of anyone. Because like they're going to know the type of people that you want to be with. So the last thing I'll say with that, there's someone who's very close to me who I love, who just recently had an influx of dates come into her life. And I do think that the difference between before and now is that one, she started to like network in that sense, like go to places where she would want to see those people and people started thinking about her left and right. She also really focused on having fun and like being bright in every single room she walked in. And in random places, she met people. Like it can be the coffee shop. The main thing I also want to emphasize here is that you don't have to meet someone partying out. Actually, if you go out and you drain yourself and you wake up the next day tired and you go out again because you feel like you have to, I actually think you're not going to meet your person.
I agree. And to add on that, my grandfather, very wise man, once told me, money brings money, garbage brings garbage. If you want to meet a responsible, mature, hardworking man, don't go to the pub and don't go to Las Vegas and go hang out at the blackjack table. Go to where this person would hang out, just like you said, and be intelligent as to where you spend your time, because you're not going to find this amazing guy at the pub. You're not going to find him at the casino at 4 a.m. So go hunt intelligently. And that would be my advice.
I love it. Beautiful. What's the appropriate length of dating time before he proposes?
Everybody's different. I think that if you're in your 20s or low 20s, it's totally like get to know each other, um, take your time. There's no real rush. Enjoy yourself. And when you're ready, you're ready. Could be a year, could be two, could be three. I wouldn't waste that much more time than that because then it's like, hey, do it. If you want to spend the rest of your life with this person, go. Um, I think if you're in your 30s, time is more you're a little more rushed and you're also more intelligent, so you know quicker. Um, so I think my answer will be 1 year. I think 1 year is the max where it's like, hey,
You
you
think
kind of
1
got
year?
to know. And if you don't know, start deciding and you'll get your answer.
It's a very different way than I was raised. It's a very like probably Jewish, maybe other religions too. If you come from like a community or religion, I feel like that's the idea. What do you think, just out of curiosity? I'm adding to this question. The way I was raised was like get to know every single part of this person, every single nook and cranny, and live with them and find out, can you live with this person? So typically that will take 2 to 4 or 5 years of like really getting to know the person, which is the amount of time you and I have about been together, which is 5-ish years. Um, what do you think about that
Too long.
ideology?
Too
Why?
long.
Explain.
I think part of our enjoyment and excitement of marriage was getting to know each other even more and more. You can't be like, listen, I need to know you 1,000% out of 1,000%, and then we'll get married. Then there's nothing new to learn. So after a year, I think you have a very good idea of who they are. Now, no, you only have 12 months, let's just say, right? So go meet their family, spend time with them, bring them to your house, to your family house, get them to know your upbringing, your values. Spend this year wisely. Don't just waste it. And I think that yes, living together is a fun, exciting adventure. And having children and whatever's next in our life is going to be fun. And we're going to probably move into a house and do this and do that and it's just going to keep the fun will keep growing.
Yeah. So you
So,
want the fun to keep growing.
yeah. And also just to get back to the last question, I remember tell me who your 5 best friends are and who you go out with, and I'll tell you exactly who you are. And that relates to business, dating, everything. If you hang out with these 5 people with who they're looking for, you're not going to be doing much else other than that. If you're with 5 hula shmuas, you know,
Yes.
you're going to end up being a little bit of a hula shmua.
Mm-hmm.
But if you are with classy, intelligent people who care for you, who use their time wisely, who have fun, who have confidence, who have personality, who have good friends, who are in great circles, I think you're in a pretty good spot to be winning and you'll be invited to great gatherings and great events and you'll be in a much better spot than just like 5 cool childhood friends that are just hula shmuas.
Yeah. It really is true. Like you're shaped by the people you're surrounded by
A lot, yeah.
so much. And I feel very grateful for the people I've been surrounded by my whole life because they've shaped me into a better person for sure. It was so crazy. My sister and I were in LA and I helped throw this dating event. And there's this one guy who became religious later in life and is this musician, like hippie, cool. I'm going to get him on the podcast soon. He's the man. And we start talking. We like couldn't stop. You're just like so excited by life and you're in the flow. And like a poor guy, we like hogged him for probably an hour. And we start talking about something called soul clusters, which is a Jewish concept. And it's that your soul actually was connected to your friends as well before you were born. And to follow these soul clusters, like to get people around you who like fill up your soul. This is very Levy by Remi terms on what you're saying.
I like it.
But is so important. It was so crazy. We took a picture with him and sent it to a mutual person. And the person responds, not knowing we're talking about this, OMG, my soul clusters. How crazy is that? I've never heard of that in my
Yeah.
life. It was just one of those weird moments.
I like that. I like that a lot. And you could still be friends with a who at a schmoo or a schmuck at a pancake. But you could be like, oh, well, he is, but he's got a great heart. Like,
Yeah.
okay, he's my childhood friend. Okay, but like at the end of the day, pick winners, surround yourself with winners. And I could say that for every single one of my friends.
Yeah.
They've got
Yeah.
great
Yeah.
hearts, they're great people, and they've got the right mindset for themselves, and they care about me too.
Yeah, it's beautiful. So yes, surround yourself with good people, good things. Going back quickly to the engagement time.
1 year.
So we think 1 year.
And
I
if you're in
also
your 20s, let's say 2 years.
so I actually like it. I mean, listen, I like our timeline. We were 1 year.
And low 20s, 3 years.
Okay. You can go up to 5, 6 if you're like a college relationship.
Yeah.
So
This doesn't start till 23.
because also you're smarter as you get older. So you know more of what you want. Like when you're young, you fall into things more. So like really figure out if it's what you want. But as you get older, and I think we've just like honed this in, but a good recipe for who you're looking for. So like you can figure this out really quickly is values matching up, like what type of things you care a lot about, your vision for your life, for your future. Because I think a lot of young people fall into things that like your vision for your future and your values and things you care about don't match up. So if you meet someone at whatever age and these match up, your values, your vision for your future, and you have that glue that you were talking about, that click, that
The love
connection,
and the commitment and the desire.
then that's a pretty good bet for that's a good
That's
person to
great.
marry.
That's great.
Because also marriage, like whoever you marry, it's going to get complicated at times. And like you have to, someone said this in the podcast, choose that person every single day. And I think that's so beautiful. Like choose to marry them every single day. So if you have those 3 things, then you know what you're choosing every day. So it doesn't matter what time, if it's those fits, I would say
Yeah.
it's a good
Could be
bet.
6 months, could be, but usually 1 to 3.
Jonathan, someone wants to know how you stay so handsome and young and what you do. They would like your advice on that.
Who has that advice?
I'm telling you. This one actually is the only person I know out of any of the people who send stuff in.
I think if you're happy inside, you're happy outside. So I'm going to go with that. I do care about health. I do care about exercise, and maybe
I think so too. I think you're
maybe my wife massages me every morning and every night before
maybe
bed
not.
to keep my blood moving.
Maybe I should. But I think that your internal state really shows on your external
I
state.
think
You're
so.
very young, spirited, young-minded in a good
Every
way.
day is a miracle. Every second.
Gratitude.
There's a million miracles happening.
Yeah.
Embrace it, love it, be happy, better yourself as often as possible, and be true to yourself. Be a good person, be positive, be honest. Your word is your bond. So if you put it all together,
It shows. I really think it's happiness.
Enjoy yourself.
I think
Enjoy
stress and anxiety and sadness also shows. So happiness is really important. And that's joy.
And I've been blessed, thank God.
Joy, gratitude. Yes, you have. A guy spends the whole day with you, you guys met at an event and doesn't ask for your number at the end of the day. What does it mean? What do you do?
That's weird. There's a lot of weird guys out there who have like odd tactics, or amazing guys that have odd tactics. I don't know. That's weird. Maybe he's not interested in taking you out on a date, but he spent all day with you. He's got something going on with himself.
Should
I
she
don't know.
text him?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, well, DM him, I guess, because she doesn't have his
DM,
number.
text them, send them a mail from the post office, whatever you want to do. Go for it. You live once.
Yeah.
Be real. It's not embarrassing to show interest. It's not embarrassing to show that you're human. Women are capable of doing anything that men can do. So if you like him or if you're interested, go ask, go for it.
Love it. How do I tell my husband that something he's doing is annoying me? How do you tell a husband?
Did you write that?
No, but please tell me. This could be a therapy session for us.
I think it's very smart move to approach issues or annoyances very, very lovingly.
Okay.
Very lovingly. I shine when I give, not when I take, not when I get. So give in a relationship. You're going to make your partner happier. That happier partner is then going to give you more. It's like starting everything off on the right foot. Give, 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 give. So even if he's annoying you, give to the annoying category.
Like
However
how?
that turns out. Do it happy, do it lovingly, do it with a solution, do it with a reward. Slap a few $100 on the table and say, I'm enticing you. I don't know. Figure it out, but do it lovingly and positively.
Cute. I like that. I also say to my clients, like, first of all, men want to make you happy. So, like, if you ever go to confront something and if you're like, you're not doing this right and you're not doing this, and I'm so pissed about this, like, it's hard for
Then it goes
somebody to
into the
hear
fight
that.
category
It's,
as
yeah.
opposed to the reward category
Yes, the
or the
reward
fun
category of
category.
saying, like, it makes me so happy when you
Right.
speak.
And keep in
kindly.
mind, men are not perfect at all.
No, you actually,
And
yes.
we will never be perfect. So I guess accept what you can and lovingly ask for change in what you can't.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. How to deal with dating burnout.
Dating burnout, take a little break. Go to the spa. Go do you. Take a 1 week, like boring week so that you can go back into it. Go try something new. Try a new workout class. But also be intelligent. Like, and maybe you're dating too much. If you're going on 12 amazing dates a week, or you could be the hottest or luckiest girl in the world, but maybe you're just not being picky enough. Maybe you're just saying yes to anybody that asks you out. Maybe you're surrounding yourself with candidates that have zero chance for real future. And maybe you're just having fun and maybe this and that, like be a little pickier. So you shouldn't date that as much.
Do you think in general people should be somewhat picky, or should they say yes to opportunities and give a second chance if it doesn't seem like the right
Be
fit?
open and be picky. If somebody, I used to go on dates and it's like, listen, I have no clue if this person's going to be my wife or not. I have no clue if they're a great person. I don't know anything about them. Do I think they have a potential shot? If the answer is yes, I go on a date. If after date one, there's no shot, then there's no pursuit after that.
Okay.
But if they have a chance, then go. You never know. You never know what somebody's going to be like before a date, before meeting them.
No, I agree. So be open, but then listen to your gut and like be picky. Going back to the dating pause, I think it's the key to life, honestly, because I'm seeing it so often with my clients, with close people in my life, with me. That's how I met you. I was like, dating pause. I don't like the way I'm dating. I don't like sitting down and thinking, I hope this is my husband and I hope he likes me and I hope he texts me. Like, I don't like that. So I stopped dating. Guess what? You came in. And it's that idea of when you least expect it, it happens. And it's annoying. But I even just heard a story today of someone canceling a few dates because they were like, I can't do it. Like, it's draining me. I'm done. Like, I don't like these guys. I sit down, I'm pissed. Cancels dates. And this guy comes out of nowhere. Like, it's a crazy story. I don't need to get into it. But it really, I think it's the key is like pause. If it doesn't feel good, if you're doing burnout, pause and just wait, enjoy, go do some other things.
Or you're just dating too many. You're not being picky enough.
Okay, that could be it too.
Could be either. Could be both.
Okay, next. Do you text?
Or you're just going on horrible dates to boring, weird, dirty places. I mean,
that's true. Because it's people, let's say,
could be anything.
A lot of people hit a point that they're like, I'm so sick of dating and I just want to meet my person. And I want to,
if they're really frustrated though on the outside and they're telling us that it's their dates, which it could be, it might just be inside too. So maybe take a minute for yourself to like be healthier, study a little more, go learn a new hobby, do a little investing in yourself, and then get back out there and see if that changes anything.
I like it. Do the work. It really, really works. It's incredible. Do you text thank you after each date? So nervous for a guy's response.
Do I text thank you?
I think the girl is wondering if she should text thank you because I'm assuming guy picks.
I think, yes. I think it's a nice thing. It's a nice gesture. It also depends on the connection. If you have like a fun time and you want to do something more personal than thank you or like cute or whatever, take your shot, go for it, be yourself. But I think thank you is a very nice gesture.
Yeah.
And I think A guy would appreciate that. And, he's not going to lie to a girl or deceive a girl that's saying thank you. That's being nice. So if you're not playing games, a guy's not going to want to play games either. And if there's interest, he's going to ask you out. If there's not, you'll probably get your answer.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. This goes back to like the glue. It's if the glue isn't there, and we have one question after this. If the glue isn't there, you don't want that situation. And if I'm going to be completely honest with this person, and I love whoever this is, I don't know them, but I'm saying this from so much love. If you are sitting here and worried about a guy not texting back and in that kind of fear state of dating, that's the perfect time to probably stop dating and to do the inner work, because that's probably the first point that's going to push guys away. And that's the opposite of what this person wants. So if they are feeling like, because they said so nervous for a guy's response, that's typically coming from a place of like, if they don't respond, I don't feel worthy. I don't feel this, all of those things, versus like, oh, okay, great. Got my answer. He's not the guy for me. On to the next. I say pause and do the inner work and see what happens, because really everything falls into place. That's the work I did before I met you, and it worked.
You can either look at the glass being half full or half empty. Try to always look at the glass being half full. Because dating can suck. Dating can be energy draining.
So can marriage.
Can be disappointing. So can marriage.
Yes.
Edit that out. Edit that.
No.
Um,
Dating sucks, but
but if you think about the glass being half full, and you think about how many fun dates we can plan and how many home nights we can have, can share, and you focus on how many trips or adventures or fun lunches or fun breakfasts, or just like improving your relationship,
and it's the best thing in the
your
world.
Smiles, then it's like, oh, you're winning again, as opposed to like focusing on, oh, listen, the sucky part.
Yes, I agree. So on both sides, focus on the positive part and you'll experience a lot of success.
Yes. Give.
Last question. Do you guys really know right away when she's the one or when he's the one?
You get a tickle.
Yeah, I think you get a tickle.
You get a tickle, not because you're the one. It's because you're also like really ready. You're at the surface and you're ready to receive. And then she comes in and you're like, ooh, this actually might be my final jump, my final first date.
Yeah.
So you really do get the tickle on night one.
Yeah, the Wi-Fi
and then night two, the tickle is a little more. Give you tickle torture right now on this podcast.
Don't you dare.
But a lot of it is you, the right partner, and then a lot of it is yourself. Like finally getting to a point where you're actually truly believe, the truth is that you're really ready. Because a lot of people say they're ready for like years before they're actually really ready.
Yeah. And I love this idea of like the one, right? And you've heard me say this a million times, but it's that idea of like 1 + 1 = one bigger one. Mm-hmm. And I do think that the tickle of you just like, you feel it. And when you know, and when you don't know, you also know.
Did you feel a tickle?
I did.
You did?
I did. I, for sure, 100%.
Was it like, a little tickle or a big tickle?
No, I texted my friends and I said, guys, I think this guy's 37. And they said, interesting. Do you like him? And I said, I think I'm in love on the first date. Something along the lines of this. And they were like, then you must stay. And this is your husband. And they kept saying this to your husband. I was like, I don't know. But yes, I felt something different. No questions asked. Like, and right before I met you, someone said to me, when you know, and I wanted to punch them. And I was like, but what if you just don't? And then I met you. But
I remember you also walking into the date thinking you are not getting married anytime soon, et cetera. But then 2 to 3 months into dating me, you sat down with your friend who you said, will never, ever get married anytime soon.
How'd you know this?
And be like, I think I'm going to marry this guy. And she was like, what the heck? Just met me for lunch.
How'd you know?
So yeah, when you know. And sometimes, it starts on date 1, but it just starts flying high.
Yeah. And the person feels like your counterpart and you feel like you become better with them and you're excited to build a life with them. And so, yeah, then you know. Doubts are okay. I want to put this out there. It's okay if the person
Oh, yeah.
has certain things that you're like, can I? I don't know. Doubts are okay. You actually are going to have them. Of course, you're making a huge decision, but the main feeling being this is the one, and the good outweighing the bad fully, fully, fully. And then you make the decision, and then you make the decision every single day for the rest of your life. Fun stuff, right? Okay. And then we are done with our questions. We went quickly. I hope that's okay. But I think we covered, I think we did a good job. It was fun.
Yeah.
I missed doing it with just you.
Really?
I really did. I think we got to do it more. Hope that's okay with everybody. So if you're going to give one last Jonathan piece of advice to all of these beautiful people out there, what shall that be?
Don't beat yourself up. Your time is coming. Your happiness awaits you. So enjoy the moment, strengthen yourself. When your happiness does arrive, do you want to be in a low place in your life, or do you want to already be in a high place to accept this amazing happiness? So try to be as high as possible, try to be as strong as possible, try to be as in such a decluttered, amazing, positive place in your life that you're ready to take this full on, as opposed to I've got all these things to do now. That usually is not a good recipe for success. So try to strengthen yourself, surround yourself with people that love you, surround yourself with people that you're proud to say are looking for the same sort of thing that you're looking for. Be smart, enjoy, take care of yourself, but don't beat yourself up. Relax. And you could always reach out to me.
To you?
We could continue.
Oh, are you going to start coaching now?
No.
Okay, good. Because that's all me. But
I like to have friends.
Yeah. Okay. So reach out to Jonathan. And I think this goes because I know you're talking just to dating kind of, but I think it goes for marriage too. And if you're in marriage, don't beat yourself up. If you have kids and life's crazy, have some fun, enjoy the moment you're in, all the good things.
And talking about that, I've been blessed and I'm the happiest guy in the world. I don't have that many friends that aren't as happy as me, but there are people in this world that get dealt, make the wrong decisions, make a rush decision, sell themselves short, buy the wrong category, buy the wrong product. So you do want to not rush the decision. You do want to take a very patient approach towards finding a really great partner, because that's the investment you're making for tens of 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years. Respect the decision, respect the process, and make sure that you partner up with a good bet.
I love it. So beautiful. So you want Mr. Right, not Mr. Right now. Enjoy the process. You taught me that. And and patience is the best thing in the entire world. Stay patient, stay happy, and go crush it. I love you, Jonathan. You're the man. Thank you for doing Ask the Guy, and we'll see you all soon.
Ask the dude.
Ask the guy.
All right. Shabbat shalom.
Okay. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. We hope you liked it as much as we did. Now go send it to someone who needs to hear it, because we know that dating, relationships, marriage can be tough, but we want to make it less tough. And remember, you're allowed to hate your husband. Whatever you're feeling is allowed. So go send it to a friend, to your sister, your brother, maybe your boyfriend, a husband, whoever needs to hear this, send it to them. And while you're at it, click the follow button, click the review button. Always feel free to reach out if you have any questions, and we're so excited to see you in our next episode.